Hello my dear students. This is our second video for EVS 1 chapter number 3 The Earth and its Living World. Before proceeding ahead, we will just revise part 1 which I already taught you. As I said earlier, the sun is the main source of energy on the earth. There are three main spheres of the earth, that is lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. Lithosphere means the earth crust. We can say outer covering of the earth made up of rock and soil. Hydrospheres means water that occupy nearby two-third part of the earth. Atmosphere consists of different types of gases. Living things like plants, animals, microbes means small tiny organisms are seen in all the three spheres of the earth. All the living things together with these three spheres form a biosphere. See a biosphere? Even I explain you the features of the lithosphere. Today, in this section, we will be learn more about hydrosphere. Nearby, two-thirds of the Earth's surface is covered with the water. Most of the water is in ocean. You know, ocean water is salty. There are 5 oceans, namely Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Arctic Ocean, the Southern Ocean and Indian Ocean. See on this world map, this blue color is nothing but the ocean part. Now, we will see in this picture what we observe, the area where the land meets the sea or ocean. This area called the coastal region. So we can say that the land along the margin of the ocean is called the coastal region. Water bodies of different shapes and sizes are formed along the coast. For example, sea, bay, strait, gulf, creek, etc. Now, we will discuss about surface water. Surface water means water that collect on the surface of the ground. There are many streams of water flowing over the land. This water is not salty but fresh, means we can use this water for drinking purpose. These streams of water may be rills, brooks, streams, rivers, etc. As we know that rills are the smallest and rivers the biggest one, source of fresh water on the earth. Rills, brooks, streams join each other to form river. See in this picture, we can say that all these are joining together to form the big river. Rivers which join to make a bigger river are called as tributaries. In some places, a river cascade down a sudden drop. This forms a waterfall, or simply we can say a river that falls down a cliff, rock, etc. forms the waterfall. All rivers eventually flow into the ocean. Now regarding lakes, we can say that a water bodies formed by water collecting naturally in low-lying area of land is called lake. So, we can say that rills, brooks, stream, river, waterfall, lake, pond, etc. together called the surface water. Rills the smallest and the river the biggest source of fresh water. Now we will discuss about water in the form of ice. Water particles in the clouds freeze and in cold region they come down in the form of snow. When layers of snow pile up on the ground, they form ice. When such layer of ice pile up a low-lying area, they become enormous in size. This huge mass slip down a slope at a very slow speed. This is called glacier. We can say moving ice mass are called the glacier. There are also huge block of ice floating in the sea. They are called icebergs. There are also, beside these water bodies on the earth's surface, there is a lot of water stored in the underground layer of rock. It is called groundwater. Groundwater is a water that comes from the ground. We reach it by means of dug wells and bore wells. Bore wells and dug wells are used to extract this water. See in this picture, all these are the dug wells and bore wells. Many lakes and wells get water from underground springs. It is a source of water for irrigation. So, we can finally summarize that water or ice that occupies the earth's surface, groundwater, water vapor in the atmosphere together forms the earth's hydrosphere. Student, hope you now clear regarding hydrosphere. In our next video, we will learn more about atmosphere. Thank you. Have a good day.